Good afternoon and welcome to the regular meeting of the City of Glendale Commission on the Status of Women. Due to the evolving situation with the COVID-19 novel coronavirus and health recommendations from the LA County Health Department, the Commission on the Status of Women meeting will be available to the public electronically. Due to social distancing requirements, the public will not be able to attend the meeting. The public is encouraged to watch and participate from the safety of their homes to practice social distancing. The meeting can be viewed on local cable, Charter Cable Channel 6 and AT&T Uverse Channel 99. The meeting can also be viewed online at www.glendaleca.gov by scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the page and selecting Live Streaming, which is the third icon from the left. For public comments and questions during the meeting, call 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting these questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person during the Commission on the Status of Women meeting. May I have roll call, please?
Yes, Chair Brusalian.
Here.
Commissioner Kojayan. Commissioner Kojayan?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Commissioner Lambola?
Here.
Commissioner Perrian?
Here.
Commissioner Samerchin?
Present.
Ex officio Armstrong?
Here.
Ex officio Del Castillo?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
2 is the regular business agenda. A is the report of the recorder regarding the posting of the agenda. The agenda for the August 9, 2021 regular meeting of the Commission on the Status of Women was posted on August 5th, 2021 on the bulletin board outside of City Hall.
Thank you. Next item, please.
At 3, under introductions and presentations, A is a presentation by the Armenian American Medical Society regarding a pop-up health fair. And with us is Dr. Viken Sepilian, board member of the Armenian American Medical Society. I'll turn it over to him at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm really honored to be part of this meeting, invited to participate. The purpose of my participation today is to discuss the continuation of the Glendale Health Festival that we have been organizing for over a decade now. Glendale Health Festival over the years has taken care of tens of thousands of patients who have sought various types of services. Some of which have been simple, advice and consultation. Some have been comprehensive evaluation for heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer screening, and whatever have you. As a result of the pandemic, of course, the format of the health festival has evolved, and our focus now is to make sure that we are addressing the most pressing need of the community, which is to make sure that we are protected from COVID. As a result, we're working with the city and the Los Angeles County Health Department to bring to the city of Glendale some pop-up health events that will have some health services, including on-spot screening, blood pressure screening, cholesterol screening, some information on cancer screening, with the main focus being on COVID information, education, and ultimately the hope is to enhance vaccination. Now, of course, people are free to make their choice and make their decisions. However, we will be deploying a team of healthcare professionals, including physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, and pharmacists and other healthcare professionals to be available and present so that members of the community who are on the fence, who want firsthand information from experts, to get that firsthand information. And if they choose to do so, there will be the opportunity for them to get vaccinated on the spot. And thank you for the opportunity. If there are any questions, I'll be more than happy to take those questions.
Thank you, Dr. Sepilian. Chair Brusalian, I'll turn it over to you to see if there's any questions.
We can't hear you.
You're muted, Chair.
How did that happen? Sorry about that. Commissioner Kojayan, it looks like you have a question. Can you hear me?
I would like to say thank you to Dr. Sepilian. This is Seda Kojayan, if you remember me, Doctor.
Of course.
I would like to say thank you very, very much to the Armenian American Medical Society for partnering with the city of Glendale and the county to help improve our vaccination rates in Glendale. We need to increase our vaccination rate, and this pop-up the health fair, which will provide people to get vaccinated, especially as the Delta variant is so contagious. Madam Chair and Commissioners, I would like to add more information to all of you. Throughout the course of this pandemic, Armenian Relief Society, the social services, has been providing services, including outreach to the form of education and raising awareness, COVID-19 and related resources in multiple languages. Engagement services through PPE distribution to the community members, organizations.
Chair Brusalian, committee member or Commissioner Khojayan, perhaps we can save those comments for Commissioner comments. This is the time to discuss the health fair.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that education actually the multi-pronged approach where and truly the focus of the health festival is to educate and in so doing to hopefully convince people vaccination is the best choice for them and for the loved ones around them. So, and education comes from a multi-pronged approach. The latest scientific evidence is that if education is coming from trusted healthcare professionals, then that has the highest likelihood to set one's mind at ease so that they can choose to get vaccinated. However, any type of real education that's backed by science is encouraged. Ms. Khojayan, by Armenian Relief Society or any other community outreach organization, we would encourage that. We're just one piece of that multi-pronged approach, and we're the healthcare professionals that are in the community that are here to do our part.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Dr. Sepilian?
Yes, Commissioner Samarjan here. Hello. Throughout the years, I have been personally witness to the hard work that goes into the health fair, as I've volunteered a few times myself. And I just want to say thank you, first of all, to you and everybody on the team that keeps going no matter the circumstances, especially this year. I applaud you for going ahead and finding a novel alternative instead of giving up. And I think that's a great example for everyone. And I was wondering, since Armenia is going through very rough time as well. I was wondering if there are any sister programs that are in the works or actually are present in the villages or even the cities in Armenia, because this is a great model. I would love to see it, go shore to shore.
Of course, of course. And it's great to see you, by the way, and thank you for the years that you have been involved. Indeed, the city of Glendale has sibling cities within Armenia, and many of us, whether one way or another, have ties to Armenia. I myself have had the privilege to accompany several city council members or mayors of Glendale to Armenia. And our organization and other sibling organizations have been very much involved throughout the pandemic, even from the day where the first case was reported in Armenia, to do whatever we can, share information, share expertise, and so on. The vaccines that are available in Armenia are slightly different than the ones that are here. However, there is a big component of citizens of Armenia reaching out to relatives who live in the United States, many of whom are in Glendale, and asking them about their opinion. So we have this sort of campaign of trying to impact the way that people approach vaccination campaigns in Armenia through friends and relatives here in the United States, many of whom who are in Glendale. There's also other programs that we can discuss offline, but thank you for your comments and your concern. Indeed, we're very much aware of it, plugged in with our sibling cities in Armenia.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you. Any other questions for Dr. Sepilian? No, thank you very much, Dr. Sepilian, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time and all of the great information you provided today. Thank you.
Of course, and as more information comes available, and these pop-ups health sessions will be taking place, if it goes well, maybe on a monthly basis, and we'll share that information. Please disseminate that information among the community, and we hope that this ends up becoming a very successful campaign. And thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, Doctor.
Thank you.
To see you all. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, please.
I apologize. At 4 is oral comment. Discussion is limited to items not a part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. The commission may question or respond to the speaker, but there will be no debate or discussion. Staff may refer the matter to the proper department for investigation and report. And from what I can see, there are no callers on the line, Chair Broussalian. And with that, I can move on to the next item.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next is 5, consent. At A is approval of the minutes of the regular commission meeting held on May 10th, 2021.
Okay, may I have a motion for this item, please?
I move to approve. This is Commissioner Lamblot. I move to approve the minutes.
I second it.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Khojayan. Commissioner, I'm sorry, that was a yes, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner Lambalot,
Yes.
Commissioner Perrion.
I have to pass.
Okay, I will mark you as abstain. Thank you. Commissioner Samarjan
Yes.
and Chair Broussalian.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And next item on the agenda, please.
Under 6 action items, at A is the selection of commission officers. And we have at 1, a motion to select chair for the term of August 2021 to August 2022. And at 2 is motion to select vice chair for the term of August 2021 to August 2022. And if you'd like, Chair Broussalian, members of the commission, I'd be happy to provide a brief refresher overview of this process.
Yes, please do.
Sure. So at this time, the chair may open the floor for nominations for position of chair. Once all nominations are received from commissioners, the chair will close the floor to nominations. There is no second required for nominations. In order to be selected as chair, a minimum of 3 affirmative votes is required. And once the chair is selected, the process may be repeated for the selection of the vice chair, and the new officers can continue the meeting from this point forward. Thank you.
May I nominate first, or do I need to wait for another commissioner to nominate first?
At your discretion.
I'd like
Chair Brasilian. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
it's my pleasure to nominate Commissioner Perrion as chair. Thank you.
You seconded?
No second is necessary. Thank you.
At
I
this time, we would ask for other nominations. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I nominate Commissioner Perrion as well.
If there are no other nominations, we can close and just do a roll call vote in which commissioners can say yes or no for Commissioner Perrion as chair. Okay, so seeing no other nominations,
And Ms. Powers,
Yes, Liz.
perhaps we ask if Commissioner Perrion accepts the nomination?
oh yes, would you accept the nomination?
I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for the position of chair for Commissioner Perrion, Commissioner Kojayan,
Yes.
Commissioner Lambalot,
Yes.
Commissioner Perrion,
Yes.
Samerjian,
Yes.
and Brusalian.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Chair Perrion. Will you please open nominations for vice chair at this time?
Next item on the
Yes.
agenda? Please.
On this item, if we could at this time open nominations for the position of vice chair so that we can accept names from commissioners.
Okay. Now, nominations are now open for vice chair.
Yes, thank you so much.
And if I may, I'd like to nominate Commissioner Lambalot for vice chair.
I nominate Commissioner Lambalot as vice chair as well.
If there are no
Sure.
other,
Right, Chair Perrion, this would be the time that you would close the nominations if there are no others, and then ask for a vote.
Nominations are now closed for vice chair.
and I will take roll call vote so that we can vote for Commissioner Lambalot as vice chair at this time. Commissioner Brusalian,
Yes.
Commissioner Kojayan,
Yes.
Commissioner Lambalot,
Yes.
Commissioner Samerjian.
Yes.
Thank you. And Chair Perrion.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you both. And thank you, Chair Brusalian, for your service over the past year.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
This time I will move on to item B, if that's okay with you, Chair Perrion.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. At B, we have Domestic Violence Awareness Month activities, and at 1 is a motion approving these DVAM activities. And if I may provide a brief report to the Commission, over the years, the has organized Domestic Violence Awareness Month activities, also known as DVAM activities, to raise awareness of domestic violence and to help prevent and eliminate violence within the city of Glendale. This year, there are 3 items for consideration by the Commission. The first would be a proclamation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Glendale. And the Commission, as in years prior, may consider requesting a proclamation from the Mayor and City Council to designate October 2021 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Glendale. And as in previous years, the proclamation would be presented to the commission and the Glendale YWCA at a city council meeting. And this year it would be appropriate to do this on September 28th, 2021 at 6 p.m. And similar to last year, in light of the pandemic and precautions that are being taken as a result, the chair will be able to virtually accept the proclamation on behalf of the commission. The other items for the commission's consideration at this time is Purple Light Nights. And last year, the commission participated in this campaign again, and this is to provide awareness education to the community and business leaders by lighting purple lights in businesses. And what we would do here is light City Hall in purple. And the goal of this campaign is to see purple lights shining across the country in an effort to develop public awareness of domestic violence issues and build on healthy relationships. And this would involve lighting City Hall throughout the month of October. And the final activity under DVAM for the commission's consideration is the annual Purple Tie Awards and a lighting event at City Hall. And the Glendale YWCA, as in previous years, the commission has partnered in October to have an awareness. This evolved from a candlelight vigil into a virtual talk last year. This would be the third year that the Purple Tie Awards are continuing. And if you recall, the Purple Tie Awards are awards that are given to honor men in the community who work to support domestic violence survivors and work towards the elimination of violence against women and families in Glendale. There is a plan to give out 3 awards, one to a law enforcement advocate, one to a community advocate, and one to a faith leader. Instead of doing a virtual event this year, the idea that the YWCA proposed was to hold the event on the front steps of City Hall and conclude the Purple Tie Awards with lighting City Hall in purple, and that would mark the first day of City Hall being lit in purple. And this event would take place early on. The proposed date is Thursday, October 7th at 4:30 p.m. An event would involve welcoming remarks by city leaders, the YWCA, the commission, of course, and then the awardees will be honored. And as I mentioned, the event will conclude with the lighting of City Hall in purple lights, which will remain on for the remainder of the month. And as a partner for this program, the city can help design and print the flyers and programs for the event. And as in previous years, also cover the cost of the actual physical awards to the recipients, which should not exceed $500. That concludes my report. Chair Perry, and just so you know, we have Heather Masterton from the YWCA on the line. She is willing to answer any questions you might have about the event that we proposed to do with the YWCA, and then maybe provide any other information that I may have missed. And that concludes my report. Thank you so much.
Thank you. May we open this item for discussion then, or?
Chair Perrion, could I comment?
Please. Thank you.
I'm in favor of alternative 1, approving participation in all 3 activities. I'm particularly happy that the Purple Tie Awards will be in person again this year. When I've attended in the past in person, as I know others of you have, it's been very moving, and it's been very gratifying to have the commission be part of it.
Thank you. Anybody else? May I have a motion for this item?
Commissioner Lambalot moves for alternative 1. The commission will approve its participation in all 3 activities.
I second the motion.
I second.
Roll call, please.
Yes. Commissioner Brusalian?
Yes.
Commissioner Kojayan?
Yes.
Commissioner Lambalot?
Yes.
Commissioner Samardzian?
Yes.
And Chair Perrion?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Ms. Masterton, for joining us. It looks like there were no questions. We appreciate
Wonderful.
your time and your
Thank you
support.
so much. We're honored to work with you all and continue this partnership, and very much looking forward to gathering our community in person safely to mark this important event. So thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, please.
Yes, at C is appointment of selection committee for the 2021-22 student ex officio members. And at 1 is a motion appointing 2 commissioners and 1 student ex officio to the selection committee. Chair Perrin, would you like a brief report on this item?
Please.
Thank you. So Chair Perrin, members of the commission, as you know, the term for the commission student ex officio members runs from fall to summer of the following year, concurrent with an academic calendar year. The student ex officio selection committee has by precedent screened and selected the student ex officio commissioners. And given the time frame, it is recommended that during this meeting, the commission establish the 21-22 selection committee to select the next 2 student ex officio members. The commission may appoint 2 commissioners along with 1 current student ex officio to serve on the committee should they have that desire and interest to participate. And applicants must be a junior in high school or above, including higher education, and either live in Glendale or go to school in the area served by the Glendale Unified School District to serve as a member. Once applications are distributed, packets will be prepared and distributed to the committee for their review. And it is anticipated that no more than 1 meeting of the committee would be needed to do the interviews, and then afterwards to select the students who will be invited to join the commission. And the selection committee will be granted the authority to select and appoint the 2 new student ex officio members, and their term would begin in November 2021, so the following meeting after this. And that concludes the report if there's any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. So this item is open for discussion. Are any commissioners interested in serving on this committee?
Commissioner Perrin, I had a couple of questions. This is Commissioner Lambalot. Yes, I am interested in serving on the committee. I've done it in the past, and I think it's been wonderful to see what accomplished students we have in the community. Ms. Powers, I had a couple of questions. One is, if one of the current student ex officios remained on the commission, would that be decided today, or would it be decided at the time that the committee meets? Do you have any idea?
That is a very good question, Chair Commissioner Lambalot. We have not come across that. I suppose that the commission could make that decision here. The other alternative is that the student would just resubmit an application just to go through the formalities, and that decision could be made by that committee, I suppose. Yeah. I turn to Ms. Varpetian to see if she has any other guidance on this.
Just to add to Ms. Powers' comments, the action that is on the agenda is to appoint 2 commissioners and 1 student ex officio for the selection committee. So that is not, the motion does not permit for that action to be taken at this meeting. We would have to agendize that separately. That's not to say that the student will necessarily have to go through the application process, but we'd have to look at the rules to see if that's indicated.
You know, thank you, Ms. Varpetian. I think I misread alternative 1. So I understand now. I read that as a current student commissioner would continue to serve, and I hadn't seen that before. So excuse me, you can just ignore my question.
I have a question as well. Is there an age limit? Excuse me. Is there an age limit as long as they're in school, or is there like a cap for the age?
That's a good question, Commissioner Broussalian. There is no age limit, but given that So technically it could be an adult, an older student who is to, for example, Glendale Community College. But given the nature and the spirit of the position is to have someone who's a student, a younger individual who may not have the ability to serve yet, or have the experience to sit as a commissioner, to have like a youth representative. You know, the word youth is not in the title, but that's what's conveyed. But from a technical standpoint, absolutely, any adult can put in for the position. This is just an opportunity to give younger students an ability to serve on a commission before they are so able to.
Yeah, my question would be, say they're a junior in college, is that still okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, great. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, please, Commissioner Kojayan.
I like to be in this committee, and also I agree with the alternative number 1. Commission may select 2 commissioners and 1 current student ex officio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to add, commissioners, if I may, the reason why we invite, it's certainly not a requirement, but we invite one of our current ex officios to sit on the selection committee is that the students are able to provide insight into this, you know, the interview and selection process and give a different perspective as to who would make a good student commissioner. And so that's why they're invited, but certainly it is not a requirement.
Thank you.
And if I may just also point Commissioner Broussalian to the section in the report that lists the criteria for eligibility. It just states applicants must be a junior in high school or above, including higher education, and either live in Glendale or go to school in the area served by the Glendale Unified School District in order to serve as a member. So that's the extent of the qualifications that is set forth. If those rules were to be changed, that would have to go through the commission in order to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other commissioners interested in serving other than Commissioner Kojayan?
Yes,
Perry, and I
Commissioner
believe
Lambo.
I'm sorry, you have a hand up. You may have missed it in
Okay.
Ms. Armstrong.
Yeah. If I may, I'd just like to say that I would be happy and honored to serve on the selection committee. This is ex officio Armstrong.
Thank you.
Commissioner Perry, and I had indicated at the beginning of my earlier comments that I'd be happy to serve.
My apologies. Thank you. Okay, may I have a motion for this item?
Okay, go ahead.
I'll motion.
So the motion would be to have a student selection committee comprised of Commissioners Lambalot, Kojayan, and ex officio Armstrong to serve on the student selection committee.
Yes. I would motion.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
We need a second,
Yes,
Chair
second.
Perry.
I
Oh, I'm
second.
sorry.
I second.
Thank you.
Any further discussion on this item? If not, Chair, you may ask for either a consensus or a roll call vote.
Roll call, please.
Certainly. Commissioner Broussalian,
Yes.
Commissioner Kojayan,
Yes.
Commissioner Lambalot,
Yes.
Commissioner Samarijan,
Yes.
Chair Perrian.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Staff will be in touch to put this committee together once we distribute the applications and receive them back. And so the group will likely meet sometime in early October, late September, early October. And next item is D, update regarding the ad hoc committees to support the 2019-22 strategic plan for the Commission on the Status of Women. And at 1 is a motion providing further direction on ad hoc committees. And Chair Perry, and if I may, this item is on the agenda simply to allow commissioners to provide updates on the progress of their respective committees, or make any changes to the makeup of committees. And if that's the case, then a motion is needed. But if it's simply an update on committee progress, then no motion is needed at this time. Thank you.
Chair Perry, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Ms. Powers, I'm assuming that the report I gave last meeting was on Girls on the Run, and the commission voted to support Girls on the Run. And I assume there's no update currently as to when their next event will be held, or any participation opportunities we might have in it.
Commissioner Lambalot, members of the commission, at this time, we have not heard of that. But as soon as we do, staff will certainly let members of the commission know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other updates?
No updates at this time.
Thank you, Commissioner Pajayan. Anybody else? If not, then may we move to the next agenda item, please?
Yes, certainly. At 7 is reports information only. At 8 is a legislative update. This is just an informational update for the commission's legislative agenda. The state legislature reconvened on January 11 of this year for the first year of the new 2-year session, and had until February 19 to introduce new legislation. The state legislature had until June 4th to pass bills out of their House of Origin and is currently on recess. And upon reconvening in mid-August, they will have until September 10 to pass all bills to the governor for his consideration. The table in your report provides a status update on the bills from this year that the commission has taken a position on. AB 378, which the commission supported, was signed by the governor on July 9th. And so this new law will eliminate gendered terms from various provisions of the California Code that relate to elected officials and the Fair Political Practices Act, and essentially replace all the he's in the law to non-gendered terms to ensure that the state laws are more accurate and inclusive. AB 925, which was also supported by the commission, relates to reimbursements for sexual assault forensic examinations. This bill is still active. It was in Senate Appropriations Committee July 12th. There hasn't been a committee hearing date set for when the legislature reconvenes, but that can certainly be set at any point in August or September. The bill is still active at this time. And finally, AB 1287, which was also supported by the commission, known as the Pink Tax Discrimination Bill, is no longer active this year, but is eligible to be taken up again in January of next year. So should that bill come back, it'll get added to and take active position for the commission. And that concludes the report. If there are any questions, thank you so much.
Does anyone have any comments to this? Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda, please.
At 8 is Commission on the Status of Women and Staff comments.
Does anyone have any comments?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Go ahead, Commissioner Pajayan.
I'd like to continue my comments about the pandemic. Okay. Throughout of this course of the pandemic, Armenian Relief Society Social Services, just this is for information, Commissioner and Madam Chair. Armenian Relief Society Social Services has been providing services, including outreach in the form of education and raising awareness of the COVID-19 and related resources in multiple languages, engagement services through PPE distribution to the community members, organizations, and businesses, system navigation services to connect and refer individuals to testing and vaccination sites, obtain social services, resources, and linkages with relief program, assistance with quarantine, housing, and food. I would like to mention also hosting mobile vaccination clinics in collaboration with the Remedia Care Clinic, Tri-State Clinics, and the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health, making staff available to offer general support in translation and services in vaccination. This is good. This is very good to our community. And if they need more information as the fair is taking place and Armenian Relief Society Social Services continue the vaccination, please, if you have any question or to refer people, contact 818-500-1343. Thank you. And I have also another comment. On June 23rd, I joined virtual happy hour celebration YWCA Glendale and YWCA Pasadena Foothill Valley, officially joining the forces, and they discussed their programs, and I was very happy to hear that they talk about the Camp Rosie, and they were very excited, and at that time, the Mayor Paula Devine was there, and I just asked Paula, that was her program, and that when I was nominated to be a commissioner, together we worked on that Camp Rosie. And really, I was very happy. And meantime, also at that virtual happy hour, they also thank you outgoing board members, and I was one of them, so I was awarded for continuous 5 years of service in the board members. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Khojayan.
Thank you, Commissioner Khojayan, and thank you for all of your hard work. We really appreciate you.
Are there any
Chair.
other comments?
Yes, Chair Perrin.
Please.
And congratulations, Commissioner Khojayan, on that. And I'd also like to congratulate and thank former Chair Brusilian for serving in that capacity, especially during this last year when you were the only one in person. And so thank you for all of that. And I wanted to also wish the student ex officios best of luck in their next adventures.
Yes.
And I'd like to add to that too. Thank you, Commissioner Brusilian, for your year of service as chair. And thank you, ex officios Del Castillo and ex officio Armstrong for your participation in the commission.
I would like to add, I forgot.
Yes,
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like to thank you, past chairperson, that I worked very short time with you. And also I would like to congratulate the new chair. Congratulations, wishing
Thank
you
you.
success. And also vice chair. We work together and hand in hand to do our work. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd also like to congratulate Chair Perrin
Thank you.
for her newly appointed position, and Vice Chair Lambalot. I know you both will do an excellent job. And I'd also like to thank both of our ex officios, Del Castillo and ex officio Armstrong. It may not have been quite the experience that it would have been, not being virtual, but in person. But I truly hope you both enjoyed, the time you participated in being a part of the commission and hopefully you learned a little bit of how the process works, and maybe you'll become a commissioner one day. Thank you.
I'd just like to say how honored I was to be here and be surrounded by such empowering role models, and how much of a great experience this was. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for letting me be a part of that.
Thank you.
Ex officio Armstrong, you have your hand up.
I'd just like to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to witness all of the hard work that you do here, and getting to watch the commission work over this past year has been such an amazing learning experience, and watching the ways that you work to help the community is really, really inspiring, and I'm so grateful for this time and this opportunity. So thank you all.
And we hope you keep in touch. We'd love to hear what you're doing and how you're doing.
Chair Perry, and if I may add, normally we would have mayor's commendations as a thank you and present them to the student ex officios for your year of service, and you will be receiving yours in the mail. So thank you so much on behalf of staff. It was a pleasure to work with you both, and we wish you all the best and look for those in the mail.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay. Well, thank you all for your comments, and I am now requesting motion of adjournment.
I second.
I'll motion.
Okay. And meeting adjourned at 6:20 p.m.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.